Once a woman lived alone near Lagafljót. She gave her daughter a gold ring and then asked the girl, "How can I benefit most from the gold, my mother?" Put it under a worm, she replied. The girl now took a snake, put the gold underneath, and put it all down in a small wooden box. A few days later, the girl visited the worm, and it had become so large that the box had begun to slide apart. The girl then became frightened and threw the box out into Lagarfljót. Now he waited, and people began to notice the worm in the river. He began to kill men and beasts that crossed the river, but sometimes he stretched himself up the river bank and erupted terribly. Then the river flowed up the banks. The earth moved, but all the houses trembled. This was considered the biggest problem, and no one knew how to fix it. Finally, two Finns were hired, who were considered the most knowledgeable men. They were to kill the serpent, but take the gold. They plunged into the river, but soon came back up and said that there was a great power here, and neither the serpent could be killed nor the gold obtained. For one serpent was under the gold, and the other was much worse than the other. They then tied the worm with two boards. They put one behind the tail and the other behind the tail.
Others say, however, that Guðmundur Biskup Arsson Góði tied the worm at both ends and that he walked barefoot all the way from Hólar to Lagarfljót. When he was on these missions after this, the worm cannot harm anyone, neither humans nor animals. But it's true that it puts a crutch out of its back and is usually considered to know of the great names and evil when it is seen, such as difficulties and grass failure. Some people still say that the worm is unbound. Admittedly, one bishop went to Lagarfljót and was going to float it from the river, but nothing happened to him while the bishop was there. Again, when the bishop left, he was already showing up.